just because I'm looking at the Samurai Jack trailer does not mean I give a rat's fucking ass about this goddamn Great Wall movie. Stop showing me the trailer. What's up guys, it's me, Zero to my Kitsune, and today we are talking about the new season of Samurai Jack. I know I'm a gaming channel, but Samurai Jack's one of my favorite cartoon series, and I just want to talk about it a little bit. So first of all, we're going to talk about the few things I figured out by watching the Comic-Con interview as well. First is going to be, wow, it looks a lot darker, and that's probably a product of it actually being on Adult Swim, not Cartoon Network. Not necessarily a bad thing. It could work out. I don't see Adult Swim really meddling too much with this. I think it'll just be the creator's, intention. Maybe he wanted this to be darker in the first place. And I know in the interview he talked about the idea of Jack killing a lot of robots, but maybe killing his first human. I don't know if that was actually implying that he does kill, another living being in the series and that's part of Jack's character change, or if it was just figuratively and, Jack's changed on another thing. But I don't know. What I do know is that due to that increased rating, Jack is going to bleed like a goddamn anime character, and it's gonna be glorious. But yeah, going with that, I do hope that it doesn't, lose the old, kind of sometimes funny Jackie feel from the original series. Now, the creator does say it's gonna have the same core, Samurai Jack. It's gonna still be, the same story. But I don't know. The trailer looked super dark, and comparing that to, scenes like Aku killing his strongest minion because he was bitter that he didn't win one fight against Samurai Jack, or the entire episode where Aku is trying to string a web of lies to get some children to see him as a hero. I don't know. I just hope that this new series will, keep that sort of feel, and I don't know if it can in 10 episodes, because yeah, it is going to just be a mini-series. This isn't a new expansion where it's going to go several seasons. This is a 10 episode mini-series where they're going to try to wrap it up apparently. And I think that's actually pretty good. Sometimes cartoons can go on for way too long and, lose their feel and lose their identity and then get a really shitty ending basically. And that's kind of what happened to the first Samurai Jack. It went on, and then it just got cut by Cartoon Network. So 10 episodes to wrap it up, A-okay with that. A cool thing though is that I noticed that they're not having Jack have the sword, at least not in the trailer, which I will assume means he won't have it for at least a couple of episodes in this new 10 episode series, which, that is Samurai Jack on hard mode, because the sword basically meant any problem that Aku threw at Jack, he could pretty much take. The sword was a catch-all solution. Even in the one episode, or I'm going by my memories here, so there may have been more than one, but I distinctly remember the one episode where he's fighting against the robots, and he couldn't cut them with the sword. At the very end, he prayed to God, and then he was able to cut them with the sword. So, no sword? A-okay with that. He's gonna have to get it back at some point though, because he needs it to kill Aku in the past. Screw killing Aku in the future that he's stuck in. When he finally reaches his goal, if he does, for all we know, they could throw a curveball at the very end of the series and say he never makes it to the past. But if he does reach to the past, when he fights Aku there, he needs the sword. Granted, time paradox and all that stuff, he could grab the sword from his other him before he got through into the past, but then that would make it so Jack couldn't win in the future, so he couldn't go back to the blah 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 blah. Not thinking about that. Another really interesting part, and I think this is the most interesting. Oh yeah, before I forget to mention it, the artist and the creator from the original series are returning, and also Jack's voice actor, though that one's obvious if you watch the trailer. So that's pretty cool. But the other interesting thing, well, the last interesting thing that I'm going to really talk about is the fact that the creator is saying that there'll be a reveal every episode. So if we're taking that as a literal statement, it'll be 10 reveals until the end, but it's probably, more than that, less than that, I don't know, somewhere around that ballpark. But that'll be an interesting idea on how they're gonna develop the episodes. Maybe they're gonna script them around one core idea and boom, this is the big reveal of that episode. I don't know. Hopefully they can answer a couple of questions I've had for a while. And again, going from memory, so I could be wrong about these, but I've always wondered, one, a little bit more lore on the black mask that was Aku before it got smited by the gods and then was reincarnated as Aku. A little bit more information on that would be cool. How the Scotsman lasts 50 years, because he has been confirmed to be in this new series, which is 50 years in the future. Either that man is immortal like Jack, or he's just that badass. So who knows about that. And then the last question would be, why haven't the gods intervened about Aku? They killed the black mask that was Aku, that was before Aku's reincarnation and would be assumed to be far more powerful. And also they have helped Jack in the series. So if Aku's this big of a threat, why haven't they just kind of looked at him and just spit on him? I don't know, maybe the original series explains that and I just don't remember, but it is a question that's on my mind right now. So yeah, that's really all I have to say about this new Jack thing. I don't know how I'm gonna watch it because I don't even have a TV anymore. Like, real talk, I haven't watched cartoons or like actual syndicated Cartoon Networks or any of those type of channels in years. I barely know what Steven Universe is, and that's through friends who either like it or hate it. But I'll find a way, because a big point is I don't really want to have to see it through, questionable means on the internet, because you can't support the creators or show commitment to the channels. I guess that'd be a way to say it if you watch it that way. And that's kind of the reason we have shitty cartoons nowadays, because shitty cartoons are the ones that little kids are watching and continuously watching. So we don't get another Teen Titans, we don't get another, I'm trying to think of other good series, we don't get another Avatar, because those are hard to make, they take a lot of time, and if you can get profits other ways, well, a business does what a business does. So I do want to actually take the time and effort to watch this, to show them, hey, I like this kind of cartoon, you make more of them, you'll get me to buy a goddamn TV again. But that's all my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section, and I'll see y'all next time. Wow. 8 minutes. Holy crap, I did not think I'd be able to talk about this that long. I was actually going to bring up a point on how I might be doing shorter ZTIs, because I like to try to get them at minimum 5 minutes. Sometimes I'm a little bit short of it, but I try to get there. And there are just a lot of topics I don't have 5 minutes worth of talking to talk about. So I might be doing some 2-3 minute ones. Hopefully I don't jam up my channel more than the Let's Plays already do. But all that's fun. I'll see y'all next time.